answer is animals can absolutely communicate with you, but they don't communicate like people. So many times people don't understand animals because it just requires an extra level of empathy to communicate with an animal. You kind of got to be able to communicate by, feeling. A dog, can't say, hey, feed me. A lot of you starve your dogs to death. I don't like that. I don't like someone that is cruel to an animal because the Bible says it's evil. And it says something about you. It says that for you to feed something, it has to say, give me some food right now, or I'm calling the police. And you, because of that, you starve your animals to death. And you got some dog in the basement with dog defecation all over the floor that you never feed. The dog is showing you its ribs, which should do what to you? It should talk to you. When you see a dog's ribs, you should look at the dog's ribs and go, that dog is too skinny. The dog is too skinny. That the dog should whine, and you should look at him and you should be like, that dog needs to eat. The dog is barking constantly and suffering. It should make you go, what's wrong with the dog? Forget about these cats. The way you treat these cats is disgusting. You bring a cat in your house, the cat pees on the floor, you throw it outside because you never knew cats peed, did you? You never heard of a cat peeing. You weren't prepared for that miracle, milagro, when that cat peed on the ground. You expected for that cat to come into your life and just make you what? Happy. Then the cat peed. Now you are not happy. Now you throw the cat out the goddamn house, right? That should communicate with you. The behavior, the crying, the barking, the skinniness, the ribs, but it doesn't talk to you because you don't have empathy. Sawanad sounds like you have empathy, and that's rare, and that's a good thing. Give it a microphone. I don't think they can hear you otherwise. Please, brother. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you see people walking their dogs, and when the dog's see me, they automatically get excited. Mm-hmm. And they just pull them like, come on.
That's a good thing. They
get all excited, and I guess because they think I have a good spirit, they can feel it.
I know you. Yeah.
You're good spirits.
Well, of course, some of them know, but more importantly, you care about something that you don't have to care about, and that's good. That's a good thing. That's how Donald Trump should be, and he's not. That's how Christians should be. Christians should care about something that you don't have to care about. Children. People don't care about children because children are small and they're not strong and they can't defend themselves. So people think they can hurt children. That's why God defends the defenseless. Right. And God said this about animals. The heart of the cruel does not care for his beasts, but the kind he careth for his beasts. That's in the Bible. And you have a kind heart, Sawana, and that's to be commended. Give her a hand. Well said. Give the microphone from the please. Okay, did I break this down or not?
Yes, sir.
All right, next.
Oh, God. Yes, sir. This is from America is Burning. Mm-hmm. General breakdown on Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6.
No problem. Let's go. I'm sorry, Abun.
So I had questions off topic.
Off topic. Let me get this and I'll get you next, all right? Yes, go ahead. Whoever wants to read can read. Let's go.
This is the book.
Please, ven otra vez, please. Perdóname. Uno más. Go ahead.
You know what This book of 1 Corinthians 3, verse 6. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase.
Say that one more time. Oh, okay, I got you now. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. This is another One West UPK breakdown. This is how brothers should work together in the school. When you read the letters of Paul are so informative on how to build an organization that is built on a foundation of Jesus Christ. You want to just read it and understand it and come to class to learn about it, because if you did it like this, you'd be able to do what Commanding General Yohana did since 1969, survive the storm, survive everything. I met with the FBI last Thursday. That's the 5th time I've met with the FBI. it moves me not. You understand? It does nothing. I could care less about it. General Yohana pays for the lawyer. I walk in there and walk out done. No problem. Have suffered every loss. Losses that you can't go through. You're not ready for. But we are. Because this house is gracias. Because this house is built on a foundation that is Christ. Well, Paul is trying to teach us how to do that, right? Here's one. At this time, there was a brother named Apollos, right? And it was this particular place where he was becoming very famous. Now, he was a brother that learned from Paul, but he became to be very popular and everyone loved him and he was very charismatic. And then people tried to come to Paul to separate him from Apollo, to consider Apollo a threat, similar to what happened in the Nation of Islam, where Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad, at one time, Malcolm X, all he could say was, the honorable Elijah Muhammad saith. The honorable Elijah Muhammad saith this. The honorable Elijah Muhammad saith that. Next year, Elijah Muhammad is trying to kill him. And he's saying Elijah Muhammad is the evilest nigga that ever lived. They broke up. They broke off from each other. And the UPK, I mean, break-offs in here are, my God, they rare, like 20 years ago, something like that. 20, 30 years ago. We don't break off from each other in here. That's not something. We don't separate. We don't divorce. We don't leave each other. We don't break bonds that have been built through great suffering and great pain. We don't break bonds in here. Well, Paul is showing you how to not break a bond. They're telling him, Apollos, he wants to go over here when he should be coming over here with you. Paul is saying this. Read it one more time.
So neither
from the top.
I have planted, Apollos watered.
I planted, Apollos watered. That's a parable. That's a metaphor, meaning I'm the one that planted the seed. I started it. Apollo came in here and watered it. I'm not against him. Yes, I started it. So what? This brother came in here and finished the work that I started. That is how you run a school. You don't want to ever get jealous of being under you. That is a filthy thing that happens in every fake Israelite group and every church. They all get jealous of each other. They all get jealous. The minute a young brother begins to have a good speaking, now you're jealous of him. Now you want to cut off his videos. Now you want to say, well, brother, you shouldn't be making videos anymore because you haven't tied your shoes, crossed over your hand, you haven't dotted every I, so now you shouldn't make videos anymore. Or maybe you're jealous of this young brother. Is that possible? What in the hell difference does it make to you? You planted, he's watering. Let him water. Let him get 1,000,000 hits. Are we all in the same school? What in the hell is your problem? You don't like his success? He's shining too much? He's getting too many women? You sound like Nasty Nate of the IUIC. Why'd you leave the UPK? There was so much polygamy in there. You hate all the pussy we getting? That makes you upset. So as you're watching us get women, you're mad at it? You don't like it? Celebrate us. Celebrate us. We get a lot of women in here. You're not happy for us? I don't hear you clapping. Should be clapping. What's your problem? You ain't happy for us? The sisters too. Go ahead, Sawana. Y'all should be clapping. Sawana is clapping. You're not happy for us? We get a lot of women out. Lots of them. They all want us. You should celebrate us. You shouldn't hate us. This brother's doing an amazing work. Because you are over him, it doesn't mean you shouldn't be happy for him. You planted, he's watering. It's a farming metaphor. You planted the seed, another brother comes and gives that seed water. What's going to happen because of the both of you? A beautiful tree. Work together. That's the point here. Work together. Continue.
But God gave the increase.
But what?
But God gave the increase.
You stop thinking about who gets credit or who shines the most or who is most important. Forget all of that garbage out. You can't be an organization if you have to have every glory, everything has to be about you, then go be by your goddamn self then. But if you want to be in an organization, you might start it, but another brother comes and finishes it, God is the one that made it work. Work together. Teamwork, young brothers. Do you understand that concept? Teamwork. The UPK is built on the team ethic. We come together. We are one body. Abund, you need the microphone.
There's a parallel for this in the world. I'm asking if this is a parallel in the world where leaves a Edomite has said there's too many chiefs, not enough Indians. I mean, everybody wants to be the top hefe, top dog. Yeah. Nobody wants to be, Scottie Pippen, the support man. You know what I mean?
Give him a hand. He's telling the truth. Let me tell you, this is hard to understand. But at this point in the world and in America, insecure white men are so hungry for approval and hungry for attention that it's destroying the planet. Male insecurity. That's what Joe Rogan is, Donald Trump. Everybody who's like Donald Trump, it's like a white man who just needs to constantly feel like he's the biggest and he's the strongest. So he has to beat up Mexicans. He has to go into Chicago with tanks. He has to change the name of the Department of Defense to what? The Department of War. Because he is so insecure. He just never feels like he's manly because white people have very tiny penises. Did I mention that to you? Ask a white woman. Their penises are insignificant. And so because of that, they're always like, we're warriors, we're hunters. We hunt and we're hunters. And we have the Department of War and our trucks are so big. We got big giant trucks. It's just insecurity. And that insecurity means you can't work together. Because the minute this young brother does something great, you feel threatened by it. You feel like you don't want him to be great. There's two of you arguing over nothing because you must feel great. You have to fight that insecurity up. You can't work with anyone if you're insecure. You're going to have to feel something that Commanding General Yohana is trying to put in you. You're going to have to feel powerful. If you felt powerful, you wouldn't be threatened by anyone. Nothing would threaten you. You would have no fear. So when some brother named Apollo went to some camp and did some great work, you wouldn't go, that damn Apollo, who does he think he is? You would be happy for him. You would know he's finishing work you started and God is the one that's blessing it. Paul is secure. He feels powerful, so he knows how to be a team player. Everyone understands. Abund, microphone, come on. Try to get the microphone before you even raise your hand if you got a question. Go ahead.
I have a few questions. First question.
Let me make sure I broke that down, Abund. Am I done with that? Was that the last verse? You got it.
What do we teach about the Carthaginians, particularly Hannibal Barca? I know, from what I know, so I can correct me if I'm wrong, Carthage was started by the Phoenicians, which according to history, first I'm asking, according to history, would they be the Canaanites? And then is there anything to say about Hannibal Barca himself? I did some research. I'm not saying he's Israelite, I'm asking. But the word Barca, they're saying that in the Canaanite Phoenician it means something, but there's a Hebrew translation which means blessed. Barak, I think is what it translates to. What do we teach about him, sir?
Okay, we teach that the Carthaginians were Africans. That's what we teach, that they are not Israelites and that Hannibal was not an Israelite. There are tons of, Afrocentric groups that love Hannibal because he was African. But because we are not Africans, we don't teach that Hannibal was one of us because there's no evidence that he ever was. So that's what we teach, if that's your question. All right, good, keep going.
My next question was on Genesis 12 and 15. Just to understand what was being observed like in real time. It says that Pharaoh had blessed, essentially giving Abraham a lot of goods, cattle, land, and stuff because of Sarah. With the modern day, with the way to look at it, like if you're seeing the scene, it was like she was a celebrity because of her beauty. Because of that, he earned money, or is it because he was? Who
are we talking about?
We're talking about Abraham's wife. I mean, he went to Egypt and came. He said that just saying my sister.
I got you.
My question is what was happening in the scene in real time when it says that he had blessed her, he treated Abraham well? Did she become a celebrity, or was it because of her beauty he got in position? What could we teach on what was happening, sir?
Okay, to think about it in today's terms, it's very normal to something that could happen today. Let's say you running a crowd of rulers of countries. What's that broad that Donald Trump is married to? Ivanka Trump, right? So she's at parties with Putin and prime ministers and things like that. And when she walks into the room, she is so beautiful. And so other world leaders go, oh my God, this world leader has such a beautiful wife. This cat Abraham has such a beautiful wife. And in his world, he's famous because his wife is so beautiful. Everyone talks about it at all of the parties and all of the rich, sophisticated parties of rich people. My God, this cat Abraham who came to the party, his wife is, my God, she's stunning. She's beautiful. So in essence, her beauty became famous, right? In that world, not to the farmers down there, you were sheep, but in the world of rich, sophisticated people that Abraham was rolling in, her beauty was famous. That's the point. Go ahead.
My last question, sir, was on the same sort of topic, but in the book of Job, when it says that the Lord blessed him, was that, of course, that wasn't magical. Was it like, we were observing Job, was it, he, basically, like when we say that he got out of the funk, or the jam up that he was in, he worked hard, and because of that, the Lord blessed him? Like, is that what we would have observed, or what would have?
Are you asking me, how did God bless Abraham?
Sorry, how did God bless him? I'm talking about Job, but it said,
Job, I'm sorry.
He blessed him twice, etc.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't magical, so I'm saying if I was teaching that, I would say, when I say like he got out of the jam up he was in, like the funk he was in, and then worked hard, or how would you say this?
Okay, a blessing is more tangible than that, and it says it. It says that everything that Job got, he got back that and more. That's in the end of the book of Job. I think it's like 43 or 40. Meaning he got new children. He lost all his children. He got new children. He had more children. He lost all of his cattle. He got new cattle. Imagine your house burns down and you lose everything. And if you are weak, you might sit and contemplate suicide because you've lost everything. Then after a while, you start getting back on your feet. People start giving money to you to get a new house, to get a new car. You meet a woman. Job's wife hated him. All of a sudden, you meet a new bad broad. Oh, brother, she's ready to give you some children. Now, you lost some and you're sad over that. But all of a sudden, this new bad broad, of good marriageable age with good hips, good strong hipped girl, big legged girl. You know what I'm talking about, young brothers. Oh, before you know it, she's pregnant every year. Now, once again, it doesn't take back what you've been through, but you're blessed now because you have new children to love. You have a new wife or new wives. You got a new house. That's a blessing. Right? A blessing is the opposite of a curse. What's a curse? Losing your wife, losing your kids, losing your everything. You get it all back plus more. Jesus Christ said this: whosoever loseth house or land or mother or father for my sake and the gospel shall get it back 100-fold in this life and the kingdom of heaven. So that's what a blessing is, Og. It's getting something from the Lord. It's getting something you didn't have before. Now you got money. You were sleeping in your car. Now you have an apartment, right? You had no friends. Now you got brothers who will die for you. You had no women. Now you got two. You understand? That's blessing, Og. Come on.
I see a recurring thing when I read about people in history, particularly influential figures, and that is they had a very turbulent personal life, and they went through either some sort of sickness or ailment. David and his trials and tribulations. Is that like part of the game where men that live large lives typically have very large falls as well, like Job's case, David's case, etc. Is that true, or no? That's kind of off the mark.
Okay, no, I'll make it even simpler for you. Suffering builds character.
Understood.
You get that, don't you? Yes. Right? Now, what could you do with character? Anything you want. You get my point? So many times you can't do anything in life because you are of weak character, right? Because you fall at the first sign of failure. You fall. You have weak character. So you really can't go get a job, at a fast food place. Why? Because you have to stop smoking weed. Like, think about the little things in life that you cannot overcome. A urine test op is going to put most of you in poverty for the rest of your life. Piss is why you will never succeed. Piss. You can't succeed because of piss. Now you think about that. Think about what is a stumbling block to you? Piss. What if you had character? Like, what if you suffered so much that you had such a mindset that could overcome any obstacle? You might overcome piss. And then after you overcome piss, what else could you do? You understand?
Understood. Also, appreciate it.
No problem. Anything else? Gotcha.
Yes, sir. This is from UPK Sharaj. Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, Barakatah.
Let me say shalom to the two young brothers in class. Kaparium. Give Kaparium a hand. Step on up, Kaparium. Good job, Kaparium. Get Kaparium on the camera over here. He's strong and powerful. Get him on the camera. Come on up here. Kaparium, I gave your father some money to give to you later. He's going to give you some cash. Yahweh Basham Yahshua Barakatah. You know it? Yahweh Basham Yahshua Barakatah. Good job, brother. I'm going to give him some money. Let's see the other brother. Good job. Come on up here, young warrior. What's his name again? Kabad. Come on up, Kabad. Look at Kabad. He's getting so tall. Kabad, you're tall, man. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Give me a pound. Baggity. Give him a hand. Good job, Kabad. Wobbity. Go see your daddy. Go ahead. Get it on right here. That's Kabad, man. Hardcore young brothers. Kaparium and Kabad were born in the truth. Born in the Israelite school of UPK. Good job, Kaparium. Good job, Kabad. Get your father to give you some money. Give him some cash. Hey up. Give him a hand. Well done. All right. Anything else? Questions? Preguntas?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna let me know when to roll, right?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book. This is from UPK Sharaj. Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, Barakatah. Salam Yahweh. Can I get a breakdown on 1 Corinthians 14, verses 1 through 2? Christians think this is referring to speaking in tongues.
Oh boy. All right. Give me this precept. Give me babbling. Is that the one I always pull? Babbling? It seems like it's another word, but maybe it's not. Give me this precept first. Before I read the one you want me to read, let me give you this one to give the Christians, all right? He's speaking about speaking in tongues, which in the jazz world, it used to be called scatting. You brothers don't listen to jazz. But if you listen to jazz, you would hear Sammy Davis Jr., Ella Fitzgerald would say, shabbat, 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 dang, 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 shabbat, which used to be called scatting in jazz. Round about that same time, in the 1920s and 30s, all of a sudden the churches started speaking in tongues, saying shabbat, 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 shaboom. It's a performance. It's done in jazz. Show me scatting up here on the screen, if you don't mind. Show me Ella Fitzgerald speaking in tongues, or Sammy Davis Jr. speaking in tongues. They called it scatting, and they did it at concerts. What precept do you have for me? Go ahead.
At 1 Timothy 6 and 20, it says vain babblings. Is that?
Yeah, that's it.
1 and 2 are coming up. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust,
Mm-hmm.
avoiding profane and vain babbling.
Avoiding what?
Profane and vain babbling.
Alexa, what is babbling?
As a noun, babbling is usually defined as foolish or meaningless chatter, prattle. As an adjective, babbling is usually defined as chattering or prattling aimlessly. For more,
Alexa, stop. Thank you. Meaningless chatter. Talking that means nothing. That's babbling, brothers. The Bible says not to do it. Avoid it. Stop babbling. Speaking in tongues is nothing. You don't have scatting for me, do you? It's all over the place. Just remind me on Thursday, we'll do it. It's all over the place, scatting. You can pull it up on your phones, scatting, okay? So now you know that. That's the babbling precept. There's another one in the Apocrypha that says, you have that one?
I have
Give me
a
that.
second.
Please, go ahead.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 16. But shun profane and vain babbling.
Shun them. Shun babbling, talking that means nothing. Our people are already so uneducated. Your great-grandmother was not allowed to read. Are you telling me that now in a black church in 2025, you're talking and saying nothing? God damn. Do you understand how sad that is? We need education. You telling me in church they're going, hashkala baba baba shaba baba baba. What does that mean? Only God knows. But what are you telling it to me for? I'm black. My great-grandmother was not allowed to read. I need an education. I don't need words that mean nothing. I need education. Tell me something. Listen, my children are getting left back in school. Donald Trump is bringing a military tank into my neighborhood. My brother got shot. I'm struggling with a weed problem. Reverend, do you have something you can help me with? I absolutely do, my son. Come here closer. Hashkala baba baba shadana baba baba shadana hashkala baba baba. Damn, I came here for help. I'm trying to help you, son. You said your mother has cancer. I understand. Listen carefully. Baba baba shadana Preacher, I don't know if you understand. Preacher, listen. Preacher, listen. With all due respect, Reverend, Doctor. My children, I found out that my little girl is taking naked pictures of herself and putting them on the internet. And I found out my son has a murder charge. Oh man, brother, that's so heavy, man. Listen, well, this much I can definitely guarantee you. You might need to find a different church because I don't know if that helps with real life problems. I don't know if babbling and gobbling actually does anything when we have real problems. We're not rich people. We don't walk into church with small issues. We're not getting audited by the IRS like some rich white man. You know, our pool boy isn't in there, looking at our wife. We're about to go to jail. We have a murder charge. Our son has a murder charge. We have cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes. Is not going to help us. Avoid babbling. Avoid talking that means nothing. Now give me the precept that Christians are using to say you should talk and it should mean nothing. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. Verse 2. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue.
In a what?
In an unknown tongue.
In a what?
Unknown tongue.
He that speaketh in an unknown tongue. Now, the word tongue means language. That's a tongue, a language. So he that speaketh in an unknown tongue, meaning a tongue that no one knows. Keep going.
Speaketh not unto men.
He's not speaking to men. Go ahead.
But unto God.
He's only speaking to God because this language, the people listening don't know that language. Keep going.
For no man understandeth him.
Because no one understands him. Keep going.
Howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mystery.
Even though actually he's saying something that is so heavy and so mysterious. What is this precept telling you to do about unknown tongues? It's right in front of every Christian that reads it. It's right in front of your face. Read the first line. The first thing you just read, Malak. Go ahead.
For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue.
The first line. Way at the top.
Follow after charity.
Do what?
Follow after charity.
Do what?
Follow after charity.
Follow after, chase. Go get charity. What is charity? Kindness. Kindness, mercy. Go get it. Follow after it. Go get charity. You know what you should be? You should be a charitable person. You should be someone that's kind. Kind to the weak. Kind to the homeless. Kind to immigrants. Kind to children. You should be kind. follow after it. Go get it. Be charitable. Keep going.
And desire spiritual gifts.
What should you want? A spiritual gift. You should want a spiritual gift. What's a spiritual gift? Something that is in here, not out here. See, this is a carnal gift, right? Physical gift, money, cars, clothing. But then there's a gift that you put in here. Kindness, mercy, courage. It's in here. It's a spirit. Young brother, microphone, please. Ven otra vez, please. Please, young brother, please.
If I could, my question is, based on what you just said about the kindness and children and everything, what if a person has that and he has the richness, money, and materialist thing? What do you think about that type of person?
That person should seek the spiritual gift and thank God for the physical. It's about what you pursue. You understand, young warrior? It's about, you have to know what is more important in life. What's more important is that I go get kindness. I go get mercy. In doing so, God can give me mercy and riches and money and women and power. Solomon, right before Solomon became king over Israel, he prayed to God and he said, Lord, I pray not for the lives of my enemies, and I pray not for gold and silver, but rather I pray for wisdom, that I may lead thy people Israel. God's reply was, because you did not pray for gold and silver. You did not pray for the lives of your enemies, but rather you prayed for wisdom. I will give you wisdom, and I will give you the lives of your enemies and gold and silver. Solomon pursued wisdom. He didn't pursue gold and silver. He didn't pursue revenge. He got it anyway. He pursued wisdom. That's what you have to do in life. You have to pursue mercy. Go get it. And mercy is hard because you weren't given mercy in your life. Would that be correct? Yeah. When you were growing up, the place you came from, the family you were in, people didn't give you mercy. And when you're not given mercy, it's hard to have it. It's hard to give it to someone else. So if I'm not taught mercy from a loving mother, a loving father, a loving environment, how do I ever have mercy on someone else? I will have to pursue it. I'll have to set about my life and go, I'm learning how to be merciful. I'm going to learn how to be kind. I'm going to do it. I'm going to chase it the way a greedy man chases money. I'm going to learn it. In doing so, you're going to get mercy and riches and power and things that you weren't pursuing. You understand? The what? Keep going. I'm sorry. We got to go. We done? What was the last one?
I had a question on that topic.
Go ahead.
Saying as far as somebody who didn't receive those things growing up. What about like when people often feel like, okay, I didn't receive love growing up or in this relationship. I received hate, and that taught me how to love.
I received hate,
Right.
and it taught me how to love.
Right.
Okay, keep going.
So how would someone like that really learn how to love? Their perception of love come from someone that hated.
Okay, well, you use a very important word, perception. Okay, many people call a concept a name, and it's not really what it is. Meaning, many people will kill you because they have to be a man. You understand? Many people fight because they have to get respect. But if you don't know what those things are, you might actually be hurting someone who you shouldn't be because you don't know what that is. You understand? They had a line around the corner for people who wanted to be ICE agents in Washington, D.C. Black people, Hispanic people were in the line. And the news went up to the Hispanics and said, why are you trying to be an ICE agent, seeing that they're, hurting Hispanics? And Hispanics, all of them said, because I'm an American. And I want to be a real American. You see, someone that's an immigrant who comes to America, they want to be American. But what is that? You know what it means to be American? To arrest Hispanics, to be a cop, that cleans up the ghetto and beats up black people. If your concept is an American is cruel, an American hates Mexicans, hates Hispanics, a real man beats his wife. That's what a real man does. He beats his kids. Your father beats you to death. So when I grow up, I want to be a real father. But what does that mean to you? Sometimes a real father means beating your children with sticks and stripping them naked and beating them with an extension cord, because that's what a father does. You see, your concept of that thing has to come from God, not from you. Let me give you the short answer. The Israelite School of UPK will teach you what it means to be a man. We'll teach you what it means to be a father. We'll teach you what it means to get respect. We'll teach you the word respect is one of the most misunderstood words on the planet. And black people kill each other over that from before I was born. All my life in the world, I don't know how much harm I did to people because I thought they disrespected me. I think about it now and I feel so effing dumb about something I did to someone at a party because I thought he was disrespecting me. What was disrespect? Looking at me. Looking, look like this. That's it. He disrespected me. He looked at me. I think about it now, it makes my stomach hurt. The things I did to people because of respect. The word respect, Abun, you know this. Re means what? What does re mean? Like rewind. Back. What is spect? Spectacles. Spectacles. Spect is look. That's what spect means, like a spectacle. It means to look. The word respect means to look back. Because there were times when we were traveling, and if you were a leader and you were strong and you could run or you could ride a horse, you were always out in front. So if you were out in the front, you had to have respect for the people who were not as fast as you, who couldn't keep up. They were small. They weren't strong. They were old people. So the person in front had to have respect for the people in the back. Respect has nothing to do with fighting someone because you have to dominate everyone you see. Respect is for the poor. Respect is for the small, for the children, for the weak. While you're up front, make sure they're okay. Now, how many lives have been lost over disrespect, over respect? Your concept of disrespect has to come from here. Right. So never do anything because you think you know what it means to be a father. You don't. How could you? You don't know what it means to be a husband. How could you? You don't know what it means to be righteous, to be good, to be a man. We will tell you what to do. You do it. Now, if you understand that, then you'll never make an error that young men make. I pray you understand. Was there anything else? With that, pass the class over to Priest Officer Mutamia.
Prophesied is my occupation. This shit outrageous. They done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UPK style. Can't stop now. Far as this warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with these chickens. About to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drugs down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord call for the blood. Hey, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back! Ah!
It's okay, I'm not here with you.
Majority of the world is telling a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman what they want to hear.
You know, what we need to do is try to come together as a race of people and stop being persecuted and murdered in the streets.
And when we worship the God that of these other nations, we give all of our resources and all our love and dedication to their gods.
That man is supposed to be the head of the household, hands down, period, point blank, because he will lead you correctly.
Yasha my Allah. Give everybody a couple seconds to go ahead and write that down.
Wife is going to be a mother of nations. She's going to give birth to kings. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine that?
This is the ISUPK Chicago Brotherhood class. Thank you for joining us again. We are ISUPK Chicago. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Home, New York, under Commander Jay Hunter. We hold classes Monday through Friday here at 9909 West Roosevelt Road in Westchester, Illinois, from 7 to 9 p.m. If you're interested in learning the truth about your true and heritage and history, according to the Bible, as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. I'm Prison Officer 1000 Karyash. Is joining me today, as always, is Precinct Officer 1000 Asha Iyer. And today, man, we're going to be touching on a few topics. We're going to try to be fast with it, as we do have a lot to dissect. Because, of course, we got a lot going on. We got a lot of, here in Chicago, Mexican Independence Day. You know, a lot of festivities have been canceled. We're going to go into that. Right. We got the CANELO versus CRAWFORD fight. We're going to talk the spiritual battle behind that and why that's important. We're also going to talk about ICE being here in Chicago. You know, it's been rumored for a few weeks now, and they finally doing it. Rumors of Donald Trump coming, sending down troops to Chicago to help enforce these ICE raids and everything. And we're just going to talk about what does everything mean? What does this mean as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans? And where does brotherhood play into it? Because, of course, this is the brotherhood class. We're going to talk about what it means to be a brother. How is brotherhood going to help you combat in this situation? And who are your brothers? Right. That's what you got to realize. In this day and age, there's a form of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to know who our allies is. Because you got to realize right now, you kind of cut off from the world. Palestinians, you know, like we said last week, the Palestinians worrying about Palestine. The Chinese are worried about Taiwan and everything that's going on over there in their land. Everybody is worried about one another. But Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're the only people here in America that is getting war brought to you. Right. All Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we've been in this place called America. It has been no more prevalent, no more in your face than this day and age that America is at war with you. So you guys realize something. If they're at war with Black people, they're at war with the Hispanics, Native Americans. Why are they just in war with us? That's the question you got to ask yourself. And that's what we're going to go over today. If you got any questions or comments, please feel free to put them down in the comment section below. We'll try to get with you as soon as we can. The brother Priest and Officer Ash'ari will get to you. Any questions or comments that you may have about the class, please go ahead, feel free to comment just to help boost the algorithm. Please share, like, subscribe. Make sure to spread this on all social media pages because the time is near, man. Time is near for all Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to come and learn how to love each other once again. Because once we learn how to love each other once again, we're going to learn how our king is going to come onto this land and liberate us from all this nonsense. But we're going to get that into today's topic. We got anything in the comments or anything, Ash'ari, before you start with the first scripture? All right, we get the first scripture.
Book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 12.
So you got to remember, during the book of Matthew, during the New Testament, the entire nation of Israel, not the Israel you think about today with the Jewish man and their pedophilia and, you know, all their Satanism and killing of innocent people, not that Israel, the true Israel, the original Israelites, which you'll find in the Bible, which you find in history to be Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The nation of Israel was encompassed and was taken hold by the Roman nations. The Romans took over the land of Israel. The land of Israel was in captivity. And that's what we're reading on right now. So go ahead, if you could give me that, Ash'ari.
Come on, sir. Matthew chapter 11 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
And from the days of John the Baptist.
And from the days of John the Baptist, go ahead.
Until now.
To this day, to the day you're living in 2025, go ahead.
The kingdom of heaven suffereth violence.
The kingdom of heaven what?
Suffereth violence.
Christ said this, man, the kingdom of heaven is within you. When he spoke that to every Black, Latino, and Native American. The kingdom of heaven has suffered violence. You Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, your life has suffered violence. Your rulership, your state of being has suffered violence since the beginning of time. Since the time of John the Baptist. Since the time when the Romans came into our cities and bled us dry. Since the time where we had to flee into the mountains back then during the times of Christ. Since the times that we were being persecuted and put to death by the Romans is the same things we're going through right now in this day and age.
Right.
Since the time of John the Baptist, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence. Want to know why Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, why you're being hunted down in the streets, why ICE is breaking into your cars, breaking into your house, why they coming into your workplace? Because you are the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
You are God's chosen people according to the Bible.
That's right.
That's who you are. And because of that, the Lord has spoken this unto you. Since the time of John the Baptist, since the time Christ was on the scene till now, the kingdom of heaven has suffered violence. We have been dealing with this violence. We've been dealing with this crime. Keep going.
Come on. And the violent take it by force.
And the violent take it by force. You want to know how white people came to rule the entire earth? They took it by force. You want to know how they came in power of America? They took it by force. You want to know how they got Texas, Wyoming, Los Angeles, you know, all these states that once used to be Mexico, they took it by force. You want to know how Blacks and Hispanics became slaves? They took us by force. And it's the same thing that's going on today. When you see those ICE agents pulling those babies out of cars, pulling hard-working men off the street, hard-working women out of their job sites, you know, those are them. Those are the violent taking it by force. The oppressor on the planet Earth, the white man, is the most violent animal on the earth. He can't help it. Ash'ari, you shared a video a few weeks ago, I'll never forget it, on Facebook of a brown bear just being shot. A black bear. Black bear. You don't know this. A black bear is the most docile of all bears. They're like puppies. They're literally videos. You go videos online and just find them playing with humans like they're little dogs.
Right.
And this damn devil put a 12 gauge through its back. You know what I mean? And he does that to the deers. And he does that to the turkeys. He doesn't eat them. He just hangs them up. He lays their furs on the ground like some animal. You know, the Native Americans, they used to kill animals to survive.
Right.
They killed it out of necessity. They would make clothes out the fur. Everything got used when they killed an animal. A white man, he kills an animal, man, just to hang it up in his dorm, just to hang it up in his living room, just to say, look how much of a psychopath I am.
Right.
And that's the same reason he does it to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what it says on ICE trucks? You know, there was a few spotted in Chicago today. You know on the truck what it says? It says, defend the homeland. Defend the homeland. How is this their homeland? Because they took it by force. They took it by force. They believe in manifest destiny, which manifest destiny is what? You have no right to be here. We have every right to be here because we're white. They view you no different than an animal. They view you no different than the bear or the deer they have to shoot out while they're hunting in the woods. That's why they have no problem hunting you down in the streets while babies are crying in them not to be separated from their families. While grown men are begging on the ground on their knees, pleading not to be sent back to a country where they're marked for death. And they have no mercy. You want to know why? Because they are the violent and they take this place by force.
Right.
And more on that, Ashara? Let's drop that. Let's get the next one. All of this is tying into the topic is you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you have to realize the hour you are in. It's important that we realize that it's probably the best thing that the Mexican Independence Day festivals got canceled because the Mexicans are not independent. The Mexicans are not free. You want to know how I know you're not free? Because ICE is hunting you down. Because ICE is breathing your brains out on the sidewalk. Because ICE have been given a license to unalive you in the streets of America. And no one bats an eye. Where's the UN? The UN is literally set up for when crimes against humanity happen, they come in to stop it. But the UN has nothing to say. All of the world is talking about it, but no one is doing anything about it. All of America sees it. The governments of Mexico and South America see it, and they don't do a damn thing. Why do you think they're not sending no troops? Why do you think they're not sending any police force, any army up here to defend their citizens? Because the government of Mexico does not work for the Mexicans. The government of El Salvador doesn't work for the Salvadorans. It works for the white man. It works for the man who conquered the entire earth. Why do you think all these politicians are in power? Because someone put them in power. All those governments all throughout South and Central America, they're all proxy governments. Why do you think Trump is so angry at Venezuela? Because Venezuela is one of the very few non-proxy governments. He's trying his best to keep his people in power, teaming up with the Russians and the Chinese, not realizing he's selling himself to them, but he's got his entire oil fields that he's not letting America use. So because of that, Donald Trump's going to use that as an excuse to invade Venezuela and take over Venezuela. What's the next scripture I asked for, Ash?
Oh, that was Ezekiel 35:5.
Yeah, pass it on to you, Salaki. All right, let's get that. Again, if anyone has any questions, please post them down below, man. About anything you may have concerning the class. Any questions you got, any concerning other topics? Go ahead, you can pull it out, Shar.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because what?
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
You ever look at these, man, go look at these ICE videos, man, of these devils coming to the immigration hearings and tearing fathers from their family like it's nothing. They've been doing this since the time of slavery, since the 1600s. They did it to the Native American Indians when they sent them to boarding schools. They did it to black children when they ripped them from their wombs and from the breasts of their mothers and sold them off to other slave plantations. And they're doing it again to the Mexicans. They're doing it today in this day and age in pure perfection of their hatred. Why? because they have had a perpetual hatred, an everlasting hatred, a strong hatred. They hate the Mexicans. You want to know why? Because the Mexicans are better than them. The Mexicans work harder. The Mexicans smell better. The Mexicans dance better. The Mexicans talk better. Why do you think everyone wants a goddamn Latina? Your women look better. You know what I'm saying? They hate blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians so much they have to criminalize you. But the people that murder the most are white people.
Right.
You see, a black or Hispanic, the worst thing that might happen to you, you might get shot, you might get stabbed. A white man gonna tie you up in a basement and skin you alive and eat your heart. That man's a psychopath. Right. But he wanna sit here and talk about the Mexicans, man. When the average Mexican out there, he's working underneath your car. You want to sit here and talk dirt about the Mexicans when the Mexicans are out there grabbing, picking your corn, picking your tomatoes. You want to know how much of a devil he is? He realized his economy was going to crumble if he did not stop taking so-called illegal immigrants from the farmlands. And he tried to stop it. But, of course, the oppressor being the devil he is, he knew he couldn't stop it there. He knew he had to get rid of every single one. And right now his economy is plummeting. They said the economic report for August was so horrible that they lost more jobs than they gained. They saying America is heading into a recession. Why do you think that it is? They're losing the #1 job force, which is Hispanics. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You love talking about blacks and Hispanics are lazy and they don't do nothing. But yet every black and Hispanic I know got 2 or 3 jobs. Every black and Hispanic is out here working overtime. But we lazy. We're the ones that don't work. Man, I don't want to hear it, man. This is what we got to realize. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have to mark who your enemies are. In this day and age, you have to realize who hates you and who loves you. Blacks, that's why what's going on with CANELO and CRAWFORD on Saturday. There's nothing wrong. You want to watch it just like any football, any baseball game. Ain't nothing wrong with watching it. But you got to realize the spirituality behind it. They got this going on in the middle of the ice raids. They got this going on during Mexican Independence Month. They always got him fighting some type of other Hispanic or brother. So you know this. Whoever wins this weekend, it's going to be a Mexican thing. It's going to be a black thing instead of us coming together. Instead of us realizing we're brothers, this is just another thing, another distraction to help keep us separate. When in this day and age, there's no reason blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans should be separate. They have a perpetual hatred. Go ahead.
And has shed the blood.
And what?
And has shed the blood.
Go ahead.
Of the children of Israel.
They shed the blood of black people the same way they do the Mexicans, the same way they do the Salvadorans, the Guatemalans, the Venezuelans. So why do we have beef? Why is there any difference? Why should we look at one another like there's some type of odd between us? Because the white man put that odd between us. He put a hedge of division amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. When God said you are each other's brothers, you go through the similar things. You go through similar sufferings. The only one that can't see it is us. We want to make up and put division when there is none. That's why the CANELO CRAWFORD situation, the fight, you got to look at it with spiritual eyes. You can't just watch a fight. Anything you do in this world, you got to do it with a spiritual mindset. You can't just live and walk around mindlessly. You got to see the spirituality behind it. In this whole CANELO CRAWFORD fight, they want to cause more division between blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans when there should be nothing but unity in this day and age. With ICE coming for you, with police brutality at an all-time high, you see the damn cops getting full immunity. Donald Trump giving them full immunity. He bringing the National Guard to Chicago. And I got bad news for you black people. It's not just for the Mexicans. It's for the brothers at Old Block. It's for all of them out there in back of the yards. It's for all the brothers and sisters out there, on the south side and the west side. Trump is bringing hell to all blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. The scriptures just told you, because they have had a perpetual hatred, which is what? An everlasting hatred. These people have hated you since the 1600s. since the time of Columbus, since the time of the Romans. The reason why Jesus Christ got put to death, because he was an unarmed black man. He was a black revolutionary calling for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to love each other. Because that's the most revolutionary thing we could do, is love one another. There is no stronger force in this world than blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans loving each other. And this is what you gotta learn, because we don't have too much time. America's economy is crashing. World War III is around the corner. Trump talking about basically putting in martial law and enacting a civil war with so many other states. You can't see America's time is ticking. So that you got to ask, what kingdom will replace America's? That kingdom will be the kingdom of the man who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, who is the king of so-called nigger spicks and wetbacks and savages. The ones that have been hated so long on this earth, God loves. Because these people have had a perpetual hatred. If you could, shall I continue on that?
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the sword.
And they shed the blood of the children of Israel, not just the Hispanics, not just black people, not just Native Americans. See, we got to get out of that mindset of competing with one another. Oh, well, yeah, I know they did this to y'all, you know, the Mexicans. Boy, you got it. Oh, I know you did this to y'all Native Americans, but that was in the 1400s. That was in the, the 1300s. I know they did that to you black people, but that was a long time ago. Man, we can't look at that. You got to look as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans as your struggle is my struggle. The same people that hate you hate me. They're not doing look, they just did an ICE raid on the, I can't remember where it was. I believe in a Hyundai dealership or factory. And I think they arrested 200 illegal Koreans, and the media is going crazy. They're demanding justice for these Koreans. They're creating GoFundMes. But no one gives a damn what all these Mexicans are disappearing. All these Guatemalans, all these Haitians. No one bats an eye. See, when the world, something happens to a Chinese man, an Arab man, the damn Palestinians, the whole world cries out. The whole world says this is an atrocity, something must be done. And they're doing something about it. Slowly but surely. But who's standing up and saying this is wrong what you're doing to the Mexicans? This is wrong what you're doing to Hispanics. This is wrong what you're doing to the Haitians. The Israelite School of UPK, under commanding Junior Hana, we will speak up for you. That's right. The scriptures say this in the book of Isaiah, I'm paraphrasing. The Lord said, who will go against the evildoers and speak for me? And Isaiah said, send me, I'll go. I'm paraphrasing. This is what he said. And that's us in the ISUPK. Send us and we'll go. We'll be the ones to speak up against the evildoers. We'll be the ones to show your people the way, because no one else is going to do it. And the way you got to understand to speak up and stand against evil is blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You are the good in the planet Earth. Once you rule the planet, General Muhammad just taught it in class, the whole world wants you to rule. The animals want you to rule. The animals are going extinct, man. I don't know what to tell you. The tigers are damn near going to be gone in 2030. That's what they said. By 2030, there's going to be no more tigers. The platypus is dead. There's no platypuses no more. You don't even know what a platypus is. You know what a platypus is? Niggas don't even know what a platypus is. You know what I mean? They don't even know what a platypus is, man. The platypus is dead. It's gone. The animals know the white man can't run the earth. The children of Gaza know white people can run the earth. The children that were abused at Epstein's Island know white people can't run the earth. So who got to be the next in line? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. If blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans are the most loving and caring people around the earth, there would be no more bloodshed. There will be no more world hunger. There will not be wars in every corner of the earth, because blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans are the only people with a conscience. But we have to regain that conscience. We got to regain that morality. And where are you going to learn it from? You can't learn it from Buddha. We tried it. The Wu-Tang Clan, they went over there and put on them damn kimonos and thought they was real Japanese samurais, and they got them nowhere. Right. You know what I mean? We tried being Muslims. It's not working. They said 2 years ago, the largest growing religion amongst Hispanics was being a Muslim. And look what Allah didn't stop ICE from kicking in your door. Right. You know what I mean? So Allah ain't the way. Christianity for sure ain't the way. We've been praying to them for 500 years. You know, they got Catholic priests coming out and praying on behalf of the Hispanics so they don't get taken by ICE. They not going to be what's going to save you. You know what's going to save you? You loving blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's the gospel. The gospel, the good news, is that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we have a chance again. We have brotherhood because a black man named Jesus Christ died for us. Right. He died for us to learn how to love each other once again so we can come united. So black men can marry into Hispanic families just like they did 500 years ago. So now I'll marry you on paper. So guess what? Now you got citizenship. Now, when we see ICE in our neighborhoods, it's not just gonna be the Hispanics blowing the horns and warning the people. It's gonna be black people as well.
That's right.
Now, black people are gonna be standing up for the Hispanics. This is what it's gonna take. We're so used to coming against each other and rising up when it's us beefing one another. When it's blacks and Hispanics beefing, we go to war. We go to full-on conflict. Go look at Chicago in the 80s and the 90s. There was so much bloodshed against blacks, Hispanics, it was ridiculous. So what is it gonna take when ICE comes pay you a visit? I'm not telling you to shoot it out in the streets with ICE. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're not gonna win that one. I'm letting you know that. Go ahead.
Salaki, if I could, I was just about to touch on that.
Yeah, like don't do that.
I seen the video earlier today of this brother saying, Trump sending the National Guard to Chicago. He must not know this to Chirac. Like, what you think? Go ahead, send him. We ain't worried about him. I'm like, our brothers have completely lost their goddamn mind. Like, okay, you think you got a 100-round drum
at the best.
You know what I'm saying? At the best, right? You think you got a couple banana clips and all that, cool and dandy. But brother, it's so heavy because they think that's the fight that they can win.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even understand as a people that the fight that we should be fighting, it ain't got nothing to do with guns, picking up guns. Not saying that you can't, own a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to have something to protect yourself, but that's not the big picture that we should be focused on. Like if we had brotherhood, like you've been bringing out, we wouldn't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? We'll be united in a whole different way, which would be way more powerful to come together as a nation.
Not damn right. What you saying is heavy, Ashar. Like, that's what we don't understand. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we've been thinking our warfare is calling for too long. Right. You think you gonna join in a civil war? Ask Che Guevara or Castro or who's the Black Panther cat? Fred Hampton? Ask Fred Hampton. All that ain't gonna work out. All you using guns and brute force, that's not what Christ called you to do. Christ said this when Peter cut the ear of the Roman. My kingdom is not of this world. If not, my servants would fight for me. That's not the time for that. Right now, your battle is fighting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans off of Christianity. Your battle is fighting poverty and hunger and mental illness, all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now, right now, it's time for a new underground railroad, but for the Hispanic blacks. That's what it's gonna take. But you only gonna be able to do this through brotherhood, through being a real revolutionary. Being a revolutionary is more than just toting guns. You can have all the guns and looking mean and they look to like who those cats that popped up a few years ago. The NFAC, the Not Fucking Around Coalition. And them niggas got to fighting it out with each other, shooting at each other.
They had their women out there.
They had their women out there. Same with the damn Moors. The Moors think they so militant and brave, and they out there beefing with each other and shooting it out with each other. That's what's all going to happen, no matter what gang, no matter what organization, if you don't have structure and morality. Where are you going to get this structure and morality? You see, that's the problem with a lot of organizations. A lot of organizations, they have the right mindset. The Black Panthers, the Brown Berets, these are all organizations that rise up to stand for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which is a righteous cause, but they don't have a solution. We rising up, we joining together. Where we go from here? Can I sell drugs? Can I take drugs? Can I sleep with whores? Can I not sleep with whores? And if you say I can't or can't do something, what gives you that right? Who are you to say I can't do this? Who are you to say I can't sleep with whores? In the ISUPK, we tell you what God says.
That's right.
God says you can't sleep with whores.
That's right.
God says you can't smoke crack and you can't smoke weed. You can't sell crack or sell weed. That's what God said in the Bible. And through that, that's what's going to make us strong. Can you imagine we had 100 black and Hispanic men that didn't get high? Can you imagine we had 100 black and Hispanic men that didn't buy prostitutes? Can you imagine we had 100 black and Hispanic men that didn't rob and kill each other? They would not be able to touch us. There wouldn't be anything they can say about us. Oh, they're drug dealers. No, we're not. Yeah, they ain't touch drugs. Well, man, they sit out here and they kill each other in the streets. No, we don't. We only defend one another. We don't kill no man unless he got it coming. You know, it's self-defense. We don't put no hands on nobody unless in self-defense. But because we've been taught by our oppressor, we've been taught by the white man to be a savage beast like him, now we're ready to kill any black and Hispanic that crosses our way. We have to find a morality. We have to find a concept of understanding and brotherhood. We have to find a solution. Every other place doesn't have a solution. Brotherhood is what's going to end all the beefs, is what's going to end all the division, and true brotherhood is only found in the Bible.
That's right.
It's only found in the Bible. That's what Christ died for. Jesus Christ died for you to have brothers. Jesus Christ did not die for you to be solo. There's so many Christians out there because the church taught you to be a selfish bastard. You only care about yourself and your family. That's all you even give a damn about. When your family is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. When your nation is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All you black people out there saying, what that got to do with me that the Hispanics are being rounded up? You're next, dummy. Why do you think he's bringing the National Guard to Chicago? There's not that many Hispanics in there. After he's done rounding them up, guess who's next? All black people. All black people going to be rounded up. He going to start rounding y'all up because guess why? Now y'all a threat to society. Super criminals. Mm-hmm. You ain't nothing but 3/5 of a man to them anyway. So what makes you think these people aren't going to come hunt you down next? They're doing it right now. They sending y'all to Haiti, Africa, Uganda. You know, all you blackity black groups, this your chance now. You want to get shipped back to Africa so bad, this your chance. They send you now for free. Send you packing. Like Cameron Quad said, gonna be bees as big as a book flying out towards you. Whole dung beetles size of your phone. You ain't ready for that, man. You don't understand. You have no place out in that atmosphere. Your place is right here with blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans and learning how to fight this war, which is the spiritual war that we're fighting every day to liberate our minds from, to liberate ourselves from the American way of lifestyle. You only gonna fall suit under this American oppression trying to be an American. Any more on that?
It's a little bit more.
Go ahead.
In the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
That their what?
In the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
All right, you could drop that. You give me the next scripture. Yeah, if anyone got any questions, feel free to put them down below. Any comments are appreciated. Just to help boost the algorithm. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and share so we can get this message out to all blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Again, we're at 9909 West Roosevelt Road. We teach out here in Westchester, Illinois, every Monday through Friday. If you want to join us live and in class and in person, to understand what blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are truly suffering here in this day and age. Any more of that? Or which one we got?
Revelations chapter 11 and verse 8.
Give me that.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
And their what?
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
and their bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city. Who is that talking about? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? You gotta ask yourself that. Whose bodies lay in the streets of the great city? As you Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why ICE is out here with a permit to kill any Hispanic that they want. That's why the police have been given full immunity under Donald Trump. Why? Because they want to gun you down in the streets. They want to destroy the population of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you don't even realize it. They just bombed a little boat of 11 Venezuelans off the coast of Venezuela in the Caribbean, and bombed it and said there was a bunch of narcos on there. But what kind of drug boat has 11 people on there? Last time I checked, if you on a drug boat, you on anything carrying large shipment of drugs, you want the least amount of people possible. Why? Because it brings the less attention to you. You out there with 11 people on the boat, everyone's gonna see you. Right. And they bombed it, man, saying it was all drug dealers on the boat. They ain't got no proof of it. They coming out with it right now, saying that Donald Trump, that it was a bad kill, and they want to open an investigation on it now that he bombed a whole boat of 11 people to smithereens. Like, what are we talking about here? One more time, if you could, Ashar.
Revelations chapter 11 and verse 8. Mm-hmm. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Or so like, start verse 7. That's what I was missing.
Verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them.
Who's that beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit? That's the white man, the white race. There was a time where he was at low in this day and age. It was a time in history where the white man did not rule and gobble up the entire earth. He was at the bottom. He came out of that bottomless pit. What's that bottomless pit? Hell, suffering, oppression. He was dealing with that during the Black Plague, during the Dark Ages, where he wasn't in control of the world. But then he came out of that bottomless pit. And what did he do as soon as he came out that bottomless pit? He made war with the saints. He made war with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Ever since that day and age he came out that hell, he did what? Go ahead. I'll make war.
Make war against them, and shall overcome them.
Go ahead.
And kill them.
Go ahead.
Verse 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Now the bodies of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, your bodies lay in the streets of this city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Why is it spiritually called Sodom and Egypt? Because all the wickedness and sexual immoralities that was going in Sodom is going on here in America. Right. All the wickedness and the way Egypt got built up is the same way America got built up. Egypt got built up of the blacks of the Israelites, which are the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's the same way America got built up. America's skyscrapers was built up by the Native Americans. They called them skywalkers. They was so unafraid, used to climbing and dwelling in the wilderness and in the plains all throughout the American wildlands. It was nothing for them to climb up beams, putting up skyscrapers. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, these people have overcame you, killed you, and are laying your dead bodies lie in the streets. Go ahead.
Come. Where also our Lord was crucified.
And also what?
Where also our Lord was crucified.
Every time these people do this to a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, every time ICE gets sent to a Hispanic household or gets sent to a job with a bunch of Hispanic brothers and sisters in there just trying to make a living, it's like Christ is being crucified all over again. Because that same hatred that they had for Jesus Christ is the same one they got for us. Right. Why do you think Christ said this? Think it not strange that they hate thee, because they hated me first. And that what Christ said? He was talking to the Israelites, knowing that the day and age will come that they was going to be persecuted. In the day and age they was going to be hated towards. The same way Christ was on the scene, the Romans hated all the damn Israelites. Wanted a way to get rid of all of them because they felt like they were all in the way of their conquest. The same way they had hatred for Jesus Christ, man. You got something to say, Archie?
Yeah, if I may.
What?
Yeah, it's so heavy what you're bringing out. It make me think about like the time of the siege of Rome, like when they was pushing out all of the Jews, when they was trying to kill all of the Jews. You know, it make me think about this time we in now. Yeah, it may not be they literally trying to murder us blatantly,
right?
But it, like you said, spiritually and sometimes blatantly. They are murdering us just like in the time of Rome,
right?
When those soldiers of the Roman empires was seeking out to go murder the Jews,
right?
And this is history that our people today don't know, and I think that's a big issue too. Like when it comes to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. We thinking that our history only goes back so far.
Exactly.
We think it only goes back to being a slave, and Hispanics think it only go back to when they was in the Aztec empires and things of that, Mayan empires, which is not. We go back way far, and if we knew our history, and we knew like it was a certain time where the Israelites were getting literally persecuted by white people, by at that time the Romans. We wouldn't allow history to repeat itself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like today, we would understand what's going on because this has happened before. Right. The scriptures say there's no new thing under the sun.
Exactly.
Like these other nations have always been against us.
Exactly.
So if we see what's going on, it ain't like it's a hidden thing. It's in the news every day. So if we, pay attention and understood our history, we wouldn't have a blind eye towards what's going on in the spiritual sense and in the, in the carnal aspect of things. So,
No, you're absolutely right, Ashar. Ashar, what you saying is so heavy because the scriptures say this, man. Remember ye the former age. Look back to the day of your forefathers, man. Why do you think God said that? God said that because, like Ashar is saying, you got to remember who you once were. You're not going to know blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans are your brothers. Why? Because the white man don't want you to know that. He hid it from you in history books and ancient archaeology. You're not going to look for nowhere in that. You over here worried about who playing the football game tonight. You worried about the Bears versus the Vikings. Right. Niggas ain't worried about who's their brother.
Right.
You worried about the next song and that rap album that's going to come out. You ain't worried about who your brother. You worried about Young Thug and Gunna. Who's a snitch? Who gives a damn? Who cares? What are you gonna do when the National Guard kicks in your door? That's what you gotta ask. Who are you gonna side with when white people start putting black people in concentration camps? They're doing it right now to the Hispanics, so don't think it can't happen to you. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do when the Native Americans get sent to Senegal? What are you gonna do? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, if you want to understand what's going on in this day and age, like the brother Ash'ari said, which is so heavy, if you want to understand what's going on in this day and age, you have to understand the past. And just like he said, in the past, the same thing that's going on today, it was going back in that day. The same way they killed and persecuted Christ and the Israelites is the same way they're coming after you in this day and age. You have to reignite the spirit of revolution in you that they try to extinguish from your forefathers. And you're not going to get it by wearing dashikis and doing all the hoopla, and no justice, no peace, and all the protests. That's nice. I understand. Your anger makes you want to speak out, but do it in righteousness.
Right.
Come to a UPK camp and come call the white man the devil to his goddamn face. We was out there this Saturday in front of Trump Tower calling Donald Trump the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You want to talk about gangster? Now that's gangster. We sit there and tell the CPD that they are murderers and killers and drug dealers, and they sit there and they defend us. They protect us. They saying they're like, well, we can't let nothing happen to them because they doing what needs to be done.
Right.
And we tell them about all the crimes they do, and they don't lay a finger on us. You want to know why? Because they know we serve someone that's greater than who they serve.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? Donald Trump can't do nothing to us because he knows we serve someone greater than who he serves. All these devils, all these oppressors, man, they fear and they understand that the Most High God, he's going to come to go to war with them. Any more on that? Drop that. We're going to get into what I was just talking about right now. Give me Luke 18 and verse 7. Okay, Luke 18 and verse 7. Lord is gonna bring judgment towards America for his people. God, everything you see going on, ramping up with the economy going bad, with World War III around the corner, would you see all these wars and rumors of wars going on throughout the continents, is God being ready to call this a curtain call to America, to the American regime, to the American empire, because America has been empowered for way too long. They overstayed their visit, as some would like to say. America loves to call other people foreigners and dangerous criminals when they're the real foreign dangerous criminals. When white people exist, the polar bears go extinct. Right. The water is undrinkable. There's a hole in the ozone layer. You know what I mean? That's what happens when white people are in power. There's babies going into sex dungeons. You know what I'm saying? People are going missing off the reservation. Black women are going missing at an alarming rate every year. No one does nothing about it. You want to know why? Because he is in power. You blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, for this to stop, you got to come to a morality. You got to change your ways. Because only then will God fight for you. You want God to fight for you and stand for you. You want Jesus Christ to come back and set this right. Well, you got to make him worthy. You got to make yourself worthy for him to come back to. Everybody loves to talk about the return of Christ and when Jesus comes back. You know, Kanye West made a whole song about it. Jesus walks. They don't know what it is to have Jesus Christ come back on planet Earth. Jesus Christ is not coming back to hold hands with ICE agents. He's coming to kick them in their goddamn teeth. He's not coming back to hold hands with Donald Trump. He's coming to go to war with him. He's not going to come in and say, look, Jeffrey Epstein, you get to sit in the kingdom of heaven. No, he's going to go to war with white people. He's going to go to war with the Chinese. He's going to go to war with every nation that has had a hand in destroying his people. Because he loves you. The Bible said what? O God of Israel. He didn't say the God of the Asians. He didn't say the gods of the Palestinians. He didn't say the gods of the East Indians or the Arabs. He said the God of Israel. And through his promise that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, well, he saved you. But you have to give him something worth saving.
Right.
Go ahead.
Book of Luke, chapter 18 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
And shall not God.
Oh, go ahead, you good.
And shall not God avenge his own elect?
And shall not what?
And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect?
And of course, God, the Most High power, won't he avenge his own elect? You sit here doing all these crimes to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans because you think God don't care about them. But don't you know this is God's chosen? This is God's elect. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are God's chosen people. So ask yourself this question. Will God not avenge you? Go ahead.
Which cry day and night unto him.
This is how you know this ain't talking about the Jewish man out there in Israel and Tel Aviv. He's bombing the damn Palestinians to the Stone Age. He's cutting off little babies from getting food and getting aid. You know what I'm saying? He's destroying them completely. He's not talking about them. Right. He's not talking about them. He's talking about his little Hispanic girls that are not going to see their father ever again. He's talking about the little black boys that get stopped by the police and pray to God they don't die. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the Native Americans that are growing up with mental illnesses and drug abuse and alcohol abuse on the reservations that cry day and night unto him. The Lord will avenge his own elect. Jesus Christ is coming back to make war with America. That's the gospel. That's the beautiful news. Everybody loves to talk about the good news, right? The good news is Jesus Christ is coming back for vengeance. And the good news is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the only thing you have to do is learn how to love each other as God prescribed it. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is learn how to put the weed down. And we'll teach you how to do it. All you got to do is learn how to stop loving whores. All you got to learn is stop being a whore.
I'm right.
That's all you got to do, sis. That's all you got to do, brother. It's an easy thing once you learn how to do it. There's so many different organizations and religions, and all they do is encourage it. You can go be an OnlyFans model and walk into the church. Because what they're going to say, who are you to judge? I'm not a whore. I'm not a whoremonger. I don't look at OnlyFans. I don't look at prostitutes. I judge. We slut shame. I don't want no slut. You know what I mean? If you stop getting with sluts, there'll be no more sluts.
Right.
I guarantee you.
I'm right.
If you stop wanting to be a drug dealer, there'll be no more drug dealers. You know what I mean? But that's what the oppressor has put on you. That's his lifestyle. That's his way of living. My bad, she has something you want to say?
Lock it, sir. You was right on point with it. You basically said what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt like blacks and Hispanics been following the God of white people for so long.
Mm-hmm.
We think that God don't even judge.
Mm-hmm.
We just think that he's just, our friend or something.
Right. They think God they mother.
Right.
You see your mother, baby, you shot and killed somebody. It's all right. I help you hide the gun.
Right.
I help you hide the body. Not God. God is your dad.
Like, come on.
You did what? You did what?
Right.
You go tell your dad you did some. You tell your mom I broke the window. Oh, well, we gonna just cover it up with some tape and some plastic and we gonna figure it out. Your dad you did what? You broke the window. Man, you better go over there. You gonna pick up every shard of glass, tape it together, and build a new window. And if I come out there in 30 minutes, a window ain't being built, I'm beating the dog brakes off you. You know why? Am I telling you something that's not true? That's God. But you used to your mama. You used to the big mama at church that's gonna coddle you. You used to your abuela that's just gonna hold you. And, baby, it's okay. You can sleep with every man on the block. It's all right. It's okay. How you gonna know which one you want if you don't sleep with all of them? No, not God. God's your dad, and he's gonna call you a slut and a whore, and you know how he gonna do it? He's gonna give you AIDS. He's gonna give you HPV. He's gonna give you the clap. Before you realize what's going on, next thing you know, you got 5, 10 different diseases, and now no one wants you. Now you're a walking virus. You know what I'm saying? God is not your mother. God shows you what's wrong. You're smoking up blunts, you might end up dying. Cardiac arrest. You might lose your memory. They say you smoke too much weed, you're more prone to Alzheimer's. I don't know about you. I like my memory. I don't want to lose that. Right. You know what I'm saying? They saying you lose testosterone. They say you're not going to be able to get it up. Go ahead, brother. You live that life if you want to. The men in the Isupk, we got too much women to lose that factor. You know what I'm saying? Lord be with us, and hopefully it stays strong forever. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. If you live a life against God, you live a life that is going against his ways, the way America taught you. America is the drug dealers. There's no bigger drug dealer on this planet Earth than the CIA. They admitted it. It's in your movies. It's in your TV shows. You know what I'm saying? They put it in your face, and they're not even hiding it no more. It's in Blow. It's in Snowfall. It's in Narcos. They got a whole episode of Narcos where they meet up with the CIA, and the CIA lends them a bunch of planes and everything else and funding so they can drop guns and drugs all throughout South and Central America. But you want to sit here and talk about the Bloods and the Crips and talk about Latin Kings and the folks and the Saints. Who gives a damn about that, man? It's time to pull every gang member right now. You should put every flag to the side. There should be no GDs. There should be no folks. There should be no nothing. There should be only niggas, spicks, and wetbacks. There should be only blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because that's all they're going to see. You think the National Guard going to come out to your street and say, oh yeah, them the GDs right there. Them the BDs. Them the people. No, they going niggas. That's what they're going to do. Spanish-speaking niggas. niggas. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they gonna do. They're not gonna sit there and decide, well, them over there, they those and they that. No, they're from 5th Street. They're from that. None of that gonna go down. All of y'all is a problem, and all of you have to go. Keep going if you could, Ash. Or you had something you want to say?
No.
Go ahead.
Though he bear along with them. Verse 8. I tell you that he will not avenge them speedily.
He will not what?
He will not avenge them speedily.
What does that mean?
That means it might not come right away. That avenge. It'll come right now when you expect it to.
Right. That's exactly the point. You see, they doing it right now. They expecting God just to come out the sky and just hit them with a beam. That's not how it's going to happen. It's going to happen in due time when they don't see it coming. Right now, America, they think they making America great again. That's how stupid white people are. They think they making America great again. They taking out the reason the economy is flourishing right now is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and they tossing them out the country. Right? They doing that. They cutting off a ton of allies and putting tariffs on everybody, calling up even more of their economy. Then they funding a whole bunch of proxy wars all outside the United States, which is losing more money. Then they about to enter a war into Russia with China, Russia, Venezuela, everybody. They about to go into all-out war. They losing everything. Before you know it, while they over here thinking they on top, the Lord's going to show you he's going to bring them down. Any more on that?
Come.
Go ahead.
Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth?
He what?
Shall he find faith on earth?
How you gonna do that? By you doing the due diligence of the Lord, by you doing the work, by you giving back to the people, by you living the way God wants you to live, by you loving blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans as yourself, Lord's gonna find faith on the earth. And what he's gonna do, the Son of Man is gonna fight for you. What does it say at the beginning of the chapter? But the beginning of the chapter said, will the Lord not avenge his own elect? What's avenge? He's going to get revenge for you. All the blood, sweat, and tears you suffered in this land, he's going to get it back for you. He's going to send his angels to get blood for you. Any more? Let's drop that.
If I may.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if I could, I was just going to say, like, the way that was Christ speaking, like, he was asking the question, shall he find faith on earth? And a lot of people don't even look at it like that. Like, they so busy trying to, our people so busy trying to just say they believe in God and say that they a holified Christian and everything. I pray every day I get up,
right?
Which you lying anyway,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, Christ is asking, will I even find faith when I come back? Like, am I gonna find real people that's loyal to what the work I put in?
Exactly.
And he asking that question for a reason, because if I could, quote that one scripture that says, it'll be many people that say, Lord, Lord, but then he gonna look at them. I'm paraphrasing it, of course. He said, I will look at them and say, I never knew you. There's gonna be a lot of people that think that just because you saying you believe in God and you believe in Jesus Christ and you giving your life over to God, that ain't just something you say, that's something you do. And obviously the Christian church has been teaching you the obvious wrong way, because you believe in that the ICE agents that's coming to kick out the so-called Hispanics is believing in the same God that the Hispanics believe in. Now, how the hell does that even work?
Right.
What type of God is y'all dealing with when the slaves and the slave masters believe in the same person?
Right. That's why I see a lot of people saying, I don't mean to cut you off.
That was it.
What you're saying is heavy, because that's why a lot of people keep saying, they're like, oh, well, this is supposed to be a Christian nation. This is supposed to be a God-fearing nation. Yeah, they Christians. Christians are the ones that sold you into slavery.
Right.
The Christians are the ones that threw you in boarding schools and molested your children and stole your identity from you. Don't be, you sitting there looking at these people doing, that's Christians. That's the God of Christianity right there. The God of the Bible. is coming to go to war.
That's right.
God of the Bible is going to avenge his elect. Ash'ar is saying it's so heavy because so many of you Christian bastards are out there speaking for this.
Right.
Are backing Donald Trump. You think, but Donald Trump Donald Trump said the other day he's trying to get into heaven. The kingdom of heaven ain't for you.
Damn right.
Even if it was, you won't be getting in because all the blood and hatred you have against blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, God's gonna charge you for that. What was the other one? The damn ugly broad with all the plastic surgery, Christy Nome. I can't stand her. She's the one in charge of the whole ice raids and everything. Her and the czar. She's the one with all that plastic surgery, speaking all the trash against the Hispanics. She's the one. I don't know if you heard it. There's a damn Nazi propaganda that they dropped with her in it, saying if you're in America and you're illegal, go back to where you came from before we find you. Every day we find you is gonna be $1,000 fine. Have you heard this? It sounds like a damn Gestapo movie. It sounds like something like you played in the damn airwaves in World War II. You get what I'm saying? God's gonna go to war with you. The nigga God, the God of niggas, wetbacks, and savages, is going to go to war with you. He's gonna make you suffer. Why do you think the Bible says we're gonna dash your little ones against the stones? Because you're separating little babies from their parents and selling them into sex slavery. You're taking them and you're sending them off into all these other places and all across the world and separating them, knowing they'll never have a chance to see their father again. And if there's no father in that household, that family's gonna crumble. The same way they took the black man out of the black house, they doing it to the Hispanics now. Give me, we're gonna get these last two scriptures. Give me Isaiah. Give me Isaiah 34:1. And then the other one is Isaiah 11:12. So the first one is Isaiah 34, verse 1 through 2.
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people.
And what?
And hearken, ye people.
Go ahead.
Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it.
All you nations, the entire earth, you listen on to what the Lord has to say to you. Go ahead.
Verse 2, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
The indignation is meaning his hatred, his anger is upon all the nations. Let's see why.
And his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them.
This is a future prophecy of God of what he's going to do onto the armies of the earth. What he's going to do to all these nations. You want to know why? Because all these nations had hands in destroying blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Through them subduing the Native Americans and throwing them on reservations, scattering them across the Americas on their own land. Through them slaughtering and arresting the Hispanics like they're dogs and throwing them in dog cages like they're animals. Through them persecuting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you have turned on the Lord's anger. Like we just read right here in Luke, where it said, will he not avenge his own elect? This is the revenge that's going to come for you. He's going to destroy your armies. He's going to call upon your nation, all your nations and armies, and he's going to destroy you. Go ahead.
Khan. He has delivered them to the slaughter.
He has what?
He has delivered them to the slaughter.
The Lord's going to deliver you onto slaughter. The Lord's going to deliver you onto destruction. You want to know why? Because you delivered blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans onto destruction. Let's get the last scripture, Isaiah 11, 12 through 14. We're going to end there. We got any questions?
Not right now.
Okay, no, sure.
Isaiah 11, 12. Come on, sir. Isaiah 11 and chapter 12. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12.
Go ahead.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
For this to happen, this is a prophecy of what's going to happen in this day and age. The Lord is going to call out the outcasts of Israel. Who are the outcasts of Israel? All those that have been scattered throughout the earth. You Hispanics, you Native Americans, you are the outcasts of Israel. Go ahead.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah.
And the Judites, which would be the so-called Negroes here in America, the Benjamites, the kingdom of Judah, kingdom of Israel. These two nations that were once divided. CANELO and CRAWFORD is a perfect example of this. They want to put out on us on the forefront. Always blacks and Hispanics fighting each other. It was Ryan Garcia and Tank. That was the last big fight like that. Then CANELO versus CRAWFORD. All of this is propaganda that the white man is putting so he could try to bring in that gap, bring in that division between blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And nothing wrong with enjoying it. Go ahead, watch the fight. I'm not saying it's not wrong, but you got to realize what the white man is doing. You got to put in your mind and realize the scriptures say this: our warfare is not carnal, but spiritual, bringing down strongholds and principalities. Those principalities and strongholds want you to hate your brother every step they can get. That's why they sit there on TV and in church and tell you the Hispanics are taking your jobs. You should thank Donald Trump for what he's doing. Well, the Hispanics ain't taking your jobs. The Hispanics doing all the jobs you don't want to do. They out here mopping floors. They out here being your car mechanics. They out here on top of roofs. Not too many people want to be on roofs. I know I don't want to be on the roof. That's why I don't do it. You try to be on the roof, I'm good, man. Let the Hispanics deal with that one. They got that one. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah.
You shall what?
Gather together the dispersed of Judah.
Go ahead.
From the four corners of the earth.
And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're going to be able to join together. But for us to join together, we got to realize, like we've been saying from the beginning, that we have a common enemy. That we're brothers of the struggle. We're brothers of a similar struggle, of a similar enemy. And once we realize that, we can come into the understanding that we're family. That we have a similar bloodline. We can't understand that if we're looking at each other as rivals. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we've been rivaling with each other to get love from white people. We've been trying to throw each other under the bus to get love from white people. So many of you blacks and Hispanics went out and voted for Donald Trump because you wanted white people to pick you like some damn animal. You stupid. Now look at you. You in the middle of a damn Holocaust thanks to your dumb decision. You over here talking about Latinos for Trump and blacks for Trump like a dumbass. Now look what you brought onto yourself. Over here thinking that Donald Trump was going to fix you and save you. Donald Trump don't give a damn about you. Donald Trump wants to destroy you. Donald Trump wants to do what he wants to make America great again. How is America great? Through destroying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Through subduing the Native Americans. By bringing blacks and Hispanics into chains. Go ahead, if you could, bro. Also, you had something you want to say?
No, that was the end of verse 12.
Go verse 13 and 14 if you could.
Verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
And the envy of also of Ephraim shall depart. Meaning what? We're not going to have no envy amongst each other. Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we got so much pride for ourselves. When we should have pride together. We should be proud as a nation, not all, because I'm Puerto Rican, because I'm Mexican, because I'm Native American. No, you should be proud to be an Israelite. Because we share the same blood. Because we're all one people. That's what we are coming. That enviness, that hatred, like I was just saying, us coming against one another to get the love of the white man, that ain't going to bring you nothing. That's not going to bring you nothing to fruition. Because America's going to be done for. The writing is on the wall. There ain't too much time left for America. America's going to be blown to smithereens. That's what World War III is all about. That's why Officer Al-Alam, shout out to Officer Al-Alam, he did the war report yesterday, reporting on World War III. The Most High in Christ reporting on World War III. Telling y'all World War III is right around the corner. Go ahead.
And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Ephraim.
Go ahead.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah.
Go ahead.
And Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Meaning, in order for Christ to come back, in order for us to have this perfect brotherhood, man, we got to learn as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans not to offend our brother. Meaning, man, if you watching that fight today, don't make it, if you watching that fight on Saturday, man, don't make it a black and Hispanic thing. Don't say here, oh, the Mexicans, we just know how to whoop black people's butts. Black people just lazy Mexicans. They just going to say all types of stupidity. Don't do that. Watch the fight as entertainment and keep it as that. And remember where your real fight is. Your fight is right there in the streets with your brothers. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans coming against the evil that America is bringing upon your people. That's where your battle is. Go ahead, Salaki.
No, Salaki, sir. I just wanted to add to what you were saying. Like, our fight is not against each other. It's against our common enemy. That's like a tactic that if we think about it, like, while we fight against each other and looking at our own flaws and whatnot, and having pride about, being a Mexican or being a so-called black person or whatnot, the white man is laughing at us while we fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, he get to laugh at us because he know we both in a state of oppression. He can look at the black community and the brown communities. He can look at the state that we in and understand, man, they don't have no hope unless it come from us. Don't put all your hope into, the so-called white man or this empire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing we struggle with. We see the power and the money and all of the glory that this empire has, that the Lord has given this empire, and we fall into the trap, you know what I'm saying, of hating each other and blaming our own self and not understanding that we have an enemy here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something I just wanted to point that out. Like, we got to understand we have an enemy, and that enemy is going to be looking at us like we a goddamn fool if we fighting each other. They already think we animals and like we foolish. Now we gonna help them make us look like fools. We gonna make fools out of ourselves. No, we can't do that.
Yeah,
we gotta stand up and be real men and understand the totality of the situation, man.
Right.
It's a lot.
There's no one that can understand your plight right now better than black, Hispanic, and Native American.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Now's not the time for you to go get a white woman. Now's not the time to get you a Chinese woman. I know you just think they're just so great and lovely, man.
Passport, bro.
F that.
Right.
Respectfully, F that. Hell with that. They're not going to be able to understand what you're going through. Right now, white people, having white friends is not going to protect you. What's going to help you is getting black, Hispanic, and Native Americans around you. Having to understand that you're in this fight together. And this is what's going to happen. Read that last verse if you could, verse 14.
Verse 14. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west.
And what? You're going to get higher than the Philistines. You're going to be over these people. Go ahead.
They shall spoil them of the east together.
You're going to dominate kingdoms. Go ahead.
They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab.
Upon who?
Edom and Moab.
Two of the greatest nations right now, America and the Chinese. You're going to lay hands on them. They ain't going to be nothing to be able to, they're not going to be able to do nothing to what you're going to do to them. To what God's going to allow you to rain justice on them. You're going to lay hands on them for what they done to you in this day and age. Jesus Christ is coming to go to war with America and China and Russia and all these kings of the earth that think they have made some type of benefit, all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's going to show them it was their demise. Go ahead.
And the children of Ammon shall obey them.
And all these people that enslaved you, that brought you down, that destroyed you, that sent ice to your homes, that sent ice to your establishments, when all you tried to do was feed your children, they're going to obey you. They're going to be servants towards you. They're going to be servile towards you. And that's the gospel. That's the good news. That blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we have a chance to live once again through brotherhood. You want to learn brotherhood, man, the ISUPK is going to show you how. We'll teach you how to follow the laws of God. Law classes tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. And we'll show you how to obey God's laws. We'll show you how to come together as one people and learn what it takes to get God on your side. Because right now, God's against us because we're choosing to get high. We're choosing to be gang members. We're choosing to be OnlyFans models. We're choosing to sit up and listen to pimps and hustlers in the Christian church. You know what I mean? We're sitting and choosing to be docile in a time when it's a time to be warriors. Now is not a time for prayer warriors and all these cats that, just typing at the crib. It's time for people to be on the front lines. And the ones that have been on the front lines since 1969 is the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, standing up for all blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and we're not dropping for nothing. With that, we are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. This has been the ISUPK Chicago's Brotherhood class. Big shout out to the brother on the 1s and 2s, Brother Officer Asha Iyer, coming out, supporting us as always. I'm Prison Officer 1000 Car Yards, the water for joining us. If you want to join us live and in person, get down to 9909 West Roosevelt Road in Westchester, Illinois, 7 to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. We teach in class. We're telling you what it takes to change your life, and we'll teach you how to do it. That's my time. Shalom.
Shout out to Yara Dawn out in Chicago with these badass sweatshirts. I look good as shit in it. God damn it. Y'all should go get one. These badass sweat hoods. UPK Nigga University.
Hoodie season. Used to pick a switch before I took a beat. Now if we get the stick, it ain't what you thinking. Yeah, just feel like hoodie season.
What's that? Are you black? Take a look in the mirror, man. Look, man, you got a legitimate beef, all right? But it ain't with us, okay? Are you black? Hey, look, man, don't ever question the fact whether I'm black. Now, I bet you niggas do think y'all white. College don't mean shit. Y'all niggas. And you gonna be niggas forever. Just like us. Niggas.
It was never what a fake nigga think. It was always what a real nigga think.
I made my name up in these streets like a real nigga. I keep them pistols in my Jeep like a real nigga.
Majority of the world is telling a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman what they want to hear.
What we need to do is try to come together as a race of people and stop being persecuted and murdered in the streets.
And when we worship the God of these other nations, we give all of our resources and all our love and dedication to their gods.
That man is supposed to be the head of the household, hands down, period, point blank, because he will lead you correctly.
Yasha my Allah. Give everybody a couple seconds to go ahead and write that down.
Wife is going to be a mother of nations. She's going to give birth to kings. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine that?